Hey everyone, it's Mark, and today we're taking a look at some sovereign citizens who attempt the right to travel argument during a traffic stop, and of course, it fails. This is a long video, so strap in, grab some popcorn, and get ready to laugh at some stupidity. Let's roll the video.
Is my filing in here, Shannon?
Your private paperwork? Yes, I just saw it. Granger's.
Yeah, this is an automobile. It's not a motor vehicle. And it's private property and it's a private trust. And I forced the state of Texas to dismiss their own case. That's the first one in 20 years. So I'll hold. Call your supervisor while you read that. It's not required.
I do have it though.
Don't close the door.
I do have it.
I have the right to defend myself, sir.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, you are. I already told you I'm in firm for my life. Call your supervisor and I'll hold.
Okay, do you have a driver's license?
I have the right to
Plead the fifth on that.
plead the fifth.
We have the right to not incriminate ourselves.
Yeah, I have a right to not incriminate myself, and I don't know why you're trying to force me to incriminate myself.
Or to generate revenue when we're just
Did you
trying to
read
get
this?
Do
food.
you have insurance on the vehicle?
Yes, I do.
Let's read this right on your thing. In respect, I, Decatur Matthew, the family Thorpe, in essay and sui juris being rightfully sworn, proclaim under penalty of perjury the de facto U.S. public citizenship, being in substance privileged Roman citizenship, allows the constitutionally de jure government of the United States to be replaced with a de facto emergency war powers military government. You're trying to get me to answer to a nom de jure.
Right.
You know what that means?
We're
A name
triggering.
of war that's an occupied nation.
Do you have a driver's license?
I refuse to do anything that's going to incriminate myself unless you can prove that I have to.
I also should have told you to grab your sovereign citizen bingo cards before we started the video, because this is already full of word salad. And don't worry, Mr. Sovereign Citizen, the officer will prove to you that you need to provide your license when he ends up arresting you because you failed to provide your license.
Or that he committed a crime.
Can you prove that a crime has been committed? Because you can't even have those emergency lights on unless somebody's life's in jeopardy and there's a crime.
And you're on private
Do you have
property.
insurance on the vehicle?
Yes, I do. I
I'm
do.
self-insured.
You're self-insured. Do you have anything that says that you're self-insured?
Yes, we do.
I just tried to give it to you and you refused to take it.
Are you attempting to get someone to incriminate themselves by asking them questions? Because that's wrong, man. And you're violating the
You're
Fourth
on a dash
Amendment.
cam
No,
too.
it's okay.
Okay.
You have no driver's license.
I
No,
never said
we're
that.
not answering
Words
those
in my
questions,
mouth.
man.
I
Quit
have
trying
the
to
right to remain silent.
quit trying to
That's
get this
what
guy
I'm
to
gonna do.
incriminate
There you
himself.
go. There you go.
So you don't have a driver's license.
I never said that.
We're not answering that question. You got to stop asking that same question because we're
What
not
is the
trying to
legal definition of
self-incriminate.
driving? How many hours a week do you spend in the law library? Because I spend about 60.
Watching YouTube videos and reading sovereign citizen websites isn't a law library.
How many do you spend? I know you spend about 60 hours at range. Why don't you spend 60 hours at the law library? You know the legal definition of driving is conducting commerce. I'm not conducting commerce. I had a family emergency and needed food to come to fish. And you just stopped.
Yeah, you're not wearing a mask. You're not social distancing, man. You're trying to kill
We're
us.
trying to
You're
get
trying to kill
Force
us
me to
right
keep my
now.
door open when
You
I'm
want us
trying
dead?
And
to-
you're going on YouTube too. Just
Yeah,
so
you're
you
live
know.
on YouTube right now.
Yeah, Mr. Change.
Freedom from government. Look that up.
Freedom from government. Go get your supervisor.
He's got the
You
whole.
want this? This is your last chance.
He's got everybody on the way right now.
It's
Give me
okay.
that. Call Heather. Have her call the supervisor and the attorney general.
Give me your phone. I gotta get the attorney general on the phone.
It's sad that we have to call them every time. You people, rookies like you, have nothing better to do than to
Shannon, be quiet.
pull us over.
I've done this 3 times. I've had to
Private
call the
plate.
attorney general and have them educate their public servants, which are you guys. Okay. Do you want this land recorder file? Is your supervisor here yet? Okay, well then I'll wait. And you called the magistrate on call because there's one on call that can diffuse this situation.
You
You're
people, huh?
trespassing against the Texas
Can I see
state.
your other phone to call Heather?
I'm streaming.
Do I have to be in Texas to be a statesman?
Get it from Decatur.
No driver's license. No insurance.
Don't answer that
I'm
question.
not
never said
answering
that.
any of your questions. I have a right to remain silent. I tried to give you all my paperwork to prove who I am, and you refused it.
I've been
That's
better.
your fault.
This deal, like for real? Bitch, pull it down.
You looking at me and I'm pointing at him and saying,
So what's your first and last name?
It's right here. Would you like
On
to
the
read
top?
the filing?
On the top?
Okay, I gotta let her know.
You have insurance for your vehicle?
Yes, it's in my little
Are
bag.
you guys attending to a store right now?
Well, he just incriminates himself, sir, Mr. Stone.
Can't read 2 articles at once.
Sir, you educate yourself while he's educating himself. It doesn't matter. Senator.
There's something called the equal footing clause too.
So a Supreme Court of Arizona doesn't apply here, is that what you're telling me?
That's in Arizona.
Supreme Court is all 50 states, sir. If they make a law, it applies in all 50 states.
So how many cops you think were required for this intimidation you're doing to us right now?
Intimidation?
Yeah, you're totally intimidating us with all these armed officers around us.
Do I intimidate you? Sir?
Yes,
Yes,
you are
I
very
told you.
intimidating right
I
now.
was in fear for
You're
my
trying to
life.
coerce
I came here
coerce
by
us
my-
into
for my religious
incriminating
beliefs.
ourselves.
I'm a Mennonite. I was born in an Amish colony.
You're
I was
trying to
born
make
in a
us-
bathtub. I don't even have a birth certificate.
Excuse me?
And you're trying to tell me I gotta go get one because I gotta go get an ID, right? Which isn't even law.
None of you guys are wearing masks either, except for this guy.
Yeah, none of you
Good
guys
job.
are wearing masks, and now I'm really in fear for my life.
Yeah, we're really in fear for our lives because there's something called COVID. You know, you ever heard of that?
It really annoys me when sovereign citizens say that they're in fear for their lives, because if they were really in fear for their lives, they would comply with the officers, or better yet, they wouldn't break the law, or they wouldn't act like idiots during a traffic stop, and they wouldn't have to worry about it.
It's deadly.
Fill that out, and then I'll answer your question.
Oh great, so on top of everything, they have at least one child in the car. Great job teaching them this sovereign citizen stuff. But seriously, in my opinion, I hope the children get taken away from these people.
So you have no state issued IDs.
Stop asking that.
Answering
Why are you
questions.
asking me questions? I'm asking you questions. Where's the magistrate on call? The law says if you arrest me, you have to take me there within 24 hours.
I haven't arrested you.
I know you're trying to.
How much?
You're,
Why have you
you're
surrounded
trying to
me with
intimidate
armed
us right
people?
now. Look at how many cops you got with guns.
NRS 1.030. Do you know what that is?
No, why don't you educate me?
Why don't you look it up? Because you're
It's
supposed
common
to know.
law.
You spend more time at the range so you can shoot people than you do at the law library.
You're trying to
That's your
traffic us
problem.
right now. Trafficker.
Why don't you look me up on the
Human
Pacer ID?
trafficker.
I gave you that paper.
You guys know your whole company is defunct?
States, 2 county commissioners. Why don't you call Hawthorne and talk to the worshipful master at the lodge? Because I just had to get him to dismiss a ticket from the Walker Lake because that was in fraud.
Just like this.
Just like
exact same
this.
scenario.
And I got a state trooper fine ticketing inside the charter district of Lovelock.
So this is what
Because
you
it's
do.
contracted to the PD. So why is the state trooper ticketing?
You're
in
trying to
that
get us to
jurisdiction?
identify as your
So now
subject.
you understand that I know a lot more than the average citizen about jurisdiction and charters. So let me see your charter.
You know about NRS 171.123?
I know about NRS 1.030.
We don't follow codes, man. Those are for
It says
employees
that
of the
there's
state.
NRS 1.030 says the common law is in effect in all times in this state. And
NRS
under the common law, I have not committed a crime. I have not harmed a man, woman, or a child. I have committed no felony. You have not witnessed me commit a crime.
And you still haven't got your supervisor here.
And you still have failed to get a supervisor.
I've said this in other videos and I'll say it again. The officer is under no obligation to call a supervisor.
Looks like you did your hair, though.
That was a good one. I've never heard that one.
I bet you have.
So you're not familiar with NRS 171.123?
I'm familiar with OEF, OIF veteran.
It looks like you guys could be doing something a lot more heroic than
I'm
this.
familiar with. I fought for 2 wars, so you could sit here and have this rights incrimination belt around you and conspire against people's rights every day.
So you're not familiar with NRS 171.123?
Are you
I'm familiar with NRS 1.030,
Right.
and you haven't answered my question.
You haven't answered any.
I'm not required to answer your
I'm not
question.
required to answer your question.
Yeah, well, we're not required to be harassed either.
And we have a time limit to get food that we just drove 4
Yeah,
hours
we just
to
drove
get.
4 hours from Gabs to get here to get food, so now I'm going to be injured by your actions by stopping me, and I'm going to have a suit against the county.
Well, good luck with that.
So call the county commissioner because I'd like to talk to him.
And you didn't call your supervisor. You called a bunch of backup to harass us.
Right. We asked
And
for
intimidate
the
us.
supervisor. We
Where's
asked
the
for your
supervisor?
supervisor.
We need the supervisor
The
here.
supervisor.
It's a delayed birth registration made 11 years after I was born. I was born in an Amish colony. I don't have a social. I don't have a birth certificate. Now you understand I'm not in your computer.
And so we're not trying to be
We're not your
I'm a
subject.
Texas-born statesman.
rude, but
I don't drive around and rob people. I don't have guns in my car.
No
I don't even
criminal
believe
history,
in
like-
weapons. I don't even own a gun.
I've
And
never
here
been
you are
arrested.
trying to conspire against my freedom.
Trying to
All
rob
I did
us.
is come to get food.
Are you saying we're not allowed?
Are you saying
we're
I'm not
breaking the
allowed
law?
to come here to get food?
Have we
Because I have a
broken
right
any
to drive
laws?
to a church or to travel to a church to worship.
Why did you
I have
stop
a right
us?
to go
Right.
to feed my family.
Why did you stop us?
What was I stopped for? Was I speeding?
No.
No, I was
Everything's
stopped
on our dash
because-
cam. We have proof of everything that
Right.
we've been doing. So what did we do wrong?
I need a supervisor here, Mr.
Yeah,
Stone.
call your supervisor, not the bunch of backup you got here. Call the boss.
Otherwise, call 911 and I need to get a
sister-
state.
Somebody
I
call
need a DOT
911
officer 'cause
and
he's
tell
not
them that
even
Carson
DOT
City is
qualified.
trying to extort us right
I
now.
need a state trooper here because he's not DOT qualified.
He's
Do it.
DOT qualified.
Tell him the legal definition of driving. Conducting commerce. I'm not conducting commerce when I'm coming here to feed my family.
I need to get in here to get a hold of her. We put the penalty.
This isn't a vehicle. This is an automobile. It's private property. This isn't a private estate. No, it's private property, sir.
Transport is commercial activity, buddy.
You are making me
Stop.
scared for my
You got my daughter back here crying, by the way. Can you please get a supervisor here? No, I'm
You're
not
making the scene,
I'm the
dude.
one with the gun.
You're making
bro.
the scene.
We've been private traveling for
You've
10
got your
years,
lights on. You
Traveling
got
like
all
this
your
for
buddies
12
here.
years across the nation.
and you guys are
You're
like,
making the scene.
And I feel like you're trying to keep me to where you can yank me out of my vehicle and feel me unsafe for my life because you won't even let me close my door.
okay.
What's going on then, buddy? What are you doing?
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Good. I'm glad we're live.
The 130 people watching.
You're on YouTube.
Yes, say hi to YouTube.
Stop, Ariana.
This is my ID right here. God gave it to me.
We're only about 12 minutes into this, and I think all the adults in that car should be arrested. And on a more serious note, I feel bad for that little child because these people have clearly brainwashed her.
You got one too. Hosea 4:6 said, my people perish for lack of knowledge and law. Because they have abandoned God's law for man's law, I'll also abandon your children and your children's children. So do you know about being damned to hell? I don't know if you've ever been affiliated with a church, but you're trying to damn me to hell. You're trying to get me to give up my master, which is God, and accept some foreign master. I love you and I pray for you guys. I just called the Attorney General the other day telling him I pray for him and I'm worried about it, this law enforcement in this state. And now look. What say you? Nothing. You feel ashamed, don't you?
Stop. Just be. You don't have to be rude either. Like,
I
can we
pray
just,
for you
can we
guys,
just
man. I
peacefully
understand you guys
resolve
feel like
this
you
somehow?
sold your souls. And I feel like you guys are forced by the powers that be to conspire against your fellow brothers. This is a divide and conquer
there a way
tactic.
that
We're
we can
brothers. We're both
peacefully
Americans. I
resolve
fought for
this?
this country, man.
Is there a way that we
Is there a
can
way that I
peacefully
can go
resolve this?
home with my food and please go in there and get my food because I'm a disabled veteran and I'm allowed to do that.
And I'm not doing
And get
anything
my
wrong.
food. Can I please? Can I please feed my family, master?
You don't, Gator. You don't have to be like that
I-
either.
I-
So,
nothing's working. He won't answer me. I can't even get out of the car because I'm in fear for my life. I can't shut my door. Any occupied structure in Nevada.
Did you ever live in Wisconsin?
I'm not answering any questions.
So you understand it's just going to make the whole process take longer than it has to.
what process?
What process are you wanting us to? You're messed
This
up.
is your process, not mine.
Yeah, we didn't ask you to process us.
You're making this whole thing take longer than
I'm making this. No, you're making this take long.
You guys started it. We did not start this.
I did nothing.
You just do this because it'll go easy
Technically,
on
if you
you.
read your
What-
own statutes, you can't even have those red and blue lights on unless there's an emergency and someone's life's in jeopardy and there's been a crime or a felony committed. None of which have happened today.
Well, he's gonna stop, Gator. He's reaching for his. I don't know. So you need to stop.
They want to kill us.
Nobody wants to hurt you guys.
Yeah, you do. I know.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
social distancing. You're harassing us.
I got my mask on.
This guy doesn't.
I
He's
can't
trying to
even
kill
shut
us.
my door. He's going to try to charge me with assault, and you're trying to tell me that you're not trying to trespass? Can you ask him to stand down so I can shut my door and feel
We're not.
safe?
You don't work for us, man. We don't work for you. You're not our servants. You're supposed to be out there doing something heroic. You know what I mean? This is not heroic.
It's not noble.
This
right
is
now,
Integrity
somebody's
is
stealing
not-
something somewhere
in the
town, I
parking lot
guarantee you.
of a food pantry. You guys are going to do this. Like, that's honorable, huh? That's noble.
And when I
Not.
call the worshipful master of the lodge here, he's going to say the same thing. You came to get food, and they trespassed against you?
Yeah.
Negative. I don't think it's necessary at this point.
All I wish is for safe passage to get my food back home. The only reason I ever travel is to go to church and to get food. I don't go driving around cruising strips. I don't go to Vegas
Don't
like
do drugs. Don't
They
do
want
do
us.
drugs.
They're trying to get
I
us to
don't go
retaliate.
prostitutes.
They want us to retaliate. They want to get. They have to give us. They give them a reason to shoot us right
Yeah,
now.
That's exactly what he's trying
Yeah.
to do. That's why he won't let me close my door.
They're holding us hostage as well.
Get your butt in that
Yeah,
seat
so
with your
this is
seatbelt on.
unlawful arrest.
And
All
it's
that,
like
right?
1 point something
Any
million.
kind of detain is an unlawful arrest.
It's $28,000 per 25 minutes, according to the Supreme Court. So
Citation needed on that one. I find it hysterical how sovereign citizens can just say, you owe me this amount of money, and really believe that they're gonna get it. It really is like the land of make-believe with these people.
you're sitting here wasting our time.
And
your
go
your
4
own
hours
money.
to get food that we can't even get because we're being
And you're making a big scene in front of the place where we were trying to come get food at.
embarrassing.
Does that feel good, Cheney?
Are you meeting your stats? How's your quotas doing? Because you're a bad cop, you're probably getting promoted real quick, huh? Are you going to make chief or sheriff real quick? The more rights you conspire against, the more money you make for the county. This is all about revenue generation. We know that.
And there's more than one of you guys here, so you definitely are
And this is a waste of
conspiring
tax
to deprive
dollars.
us
You
of
got
rights.
3 vehicles running, wasting gas. You got all these people here, at least $40 an hour being wasted. For what? Little old me? A Mennonite? More in an Amish county. I'm going to get food. This is absurd.
So who do you want us to identify as? Your subject? Because we're not that.
Yep.
We're not that. We don't work for you. And if you're going to claim that we're your subject, you need to show where we've been paid
And
to be
second
employed
off,
by
I'm
the
not
same
gonna sign
company.
to get booked. I'm not going to sign to get my picture or my prints taken. And so that's all going to be conspiracy against my rights under the color of law. So then I'll be out within 72 hours because you guys can't hold me more than 72 hours. I've already done this. For 12 years, I've been doing this.
And he's been doing it for 20.
And he's been doing it for 20.
And you don't look like you've been on the force very long, to be honest with you. You got that smirk about you.
Yeah, you're not even a sergeant yet. I had higher rank than you when I was in the Navy.
Okay, it's not about. Okay, can we just?
Well, I'm sorry. I tried to be peaceful at first, but he won't let me close my door.
He's
Now I feel
depriving us
threatened.
of food and starving us, actually, is what you're doing right now, too. Because this place is about to close.
Yes, and I have a child in back. And don't think that I won't serve you with the U.S. Marshals and sue this county.
I really would like to see that lawsuit happen, just to see the judge laugh at him and throw the lawsuit out.
Sue the shit out of this
You
county.
should check my track record. Look up on Pacer. Have the county commissioner look me up on the Pacer ID and the U.S. District Court's login. I'll wait.
Your wife is going to be upset, too.
Yeah, because you guys hide all your assets.
Unless you
in your
don't,
wife's
unless
names.
you're not that way.
Well, they usually put everything in the wife's maiden name.
Put that down right now.
Might I add, before, where's that envelope with the private papers, Shannon? Am I sitting on it?
Hang on, I'm trying to make sure I got him. I got this. What do you
Right
want?
there. Hand me that. Because I got the court order from Texas saying that no county in any of the 50 states can never have another custody case on my kids.
I think I speak for everyone watching this video when I say that you're unfit to be a parent, Mr. Sovereign Citizen. You are teaching them this garbage and you are sending them down the wrong path. You should not be a parent.
And you need the case number because it's a sealed case.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because
like,
I already know if that lady's waving at my kid, I already see what they're trying to do. They're trying to make money off of a human traffic.
Yeah, waving and smiling like nothing's going on.
Okay, you need to stop.
Yeah, I have a problem. I don't wave at people's strange kids. I'd probably be arrested. No, I don't wave at strange children that don't belong to me, ma'am. That's probably how people get accused of things that they might not have actually done. Here's the case number in Montgomery County, Texas. You guys probably need.
Just, will you stop? Like, can you just give them time to figure out what it is they want to do?
16-02-01930, 2016, March 2nd. Thank you for stepping away from my door. Are you going to let me shut it when I get back in finally? No?
What's the plan here? What's going on?
Why are you treating us like we're doing something that we're not supposed to
Why are
be
you
doing?
treating us like criminals when there's no crime committed? Can you
Can't
talk?
Give us a reason that you pulled us
You can't
over.
even talk?
Stop.
Try to close the door again.
Why? What have I done?
Dad, don't.
Because I want to be safe in
Do
my
you
vehicle?
understand? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
Well,
I'm not
as
answering
far as
questions.
what it's looking like right now is that we're going in handcuffs anyway, so you're not giving us much hope. You know?
There's a kid in the back that is worried for her father and
You're not giving us much
mother.
hope. For being a hero, you're not acting like one. I'd love to call you a hero, but you're not acting like one. And you still didn't call your supervisor.
He's on the way.
Thank you.
Please leave my family alone.
Mariana, just calm down. Hey, Shannon, will you get back there and sit with her? Can we step away from the vehicle so my wife and my daughter can calm down? And can you guys step away as well with me and sit up there?
Just a minute. Sergeant just showed up.
Hopefully he'll choose to do the right thing where you guys have not.
Yeah, if you go ahead and read that. Like, that's where we come from. See that? Like, we're like practically missionaries, and you guys are like, they have nothing better to do.
Dad, don't try to close the door again.
It's okay. God told me I'd die on the side of the road helping people. He ain't gonna kill me today.
Why isn't your sister answering?
Because she don't care.
She knows.
Thank you for calling. See, you're very honorable. A lot of times they confuse me. Thank you.
I'm just trying to have a conversation with you.
You're not answering.
You're not telling us what's going on, though. You're not really doing very good at communicating.
Neither are you.
Well, we would like to know what's going on.
I would like your guys' names and dates of birth.
He's not even piloting a vessel.
You
How
want-
does
you want my
how do you
ID?
have jurisdiction
You have
to
an
get
ID?
his?
Yeah, I got an ID.
You want my
Thank you
ID?
very much.
I don't really have an ID, but I give you my name. Like, I have a
Yours is
expired
right in
ID.
here in our marriage declaration, so
Okay.
you don't even have to worry about your ID. They know who you are already.
All right.
I feel threatened and under duress right now.
Non-criminals.
That's the only reason why I'm handing this over.
He's demurring.
So after all that time and acting tough, the passenger hands over his ID. But do you think the driver will hand over his license?
Under threat.
I'm not going to identify as your subject. That's for damn sure. I'm a child of God,
We all are.
not of the state. And I don't worship you guys. I worship my master, and I'm a joyful servant.
If you let my wife and daughter leave, you can shoot.
Will you stop?
Well,
Why
then
would you even
please
say
let us
that?
peacefully leave. We did nothing.
Yes, please.
Stop.
I thought she was referring to mine. I was going to correct her and tell her she had to incorrect you. I don't have a date of birth. I have a born on date. Like a Budweiser, you know, you look at the bottom of the can, it says born on.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, isn't it weird that beer's born, but people are birthed? You know what the legal definition of birth is? A ship pulls into a port out in the Navy. It gets a birth certificate. It's a contractual nexus with the United States corporate. I was an F-18 mechanic. I hated being a weapon of war, but I mean, I served my country. I did what I had to do. Stupidest thing I ever did was not read that contract before I signed it. Amen.
It's crazy
What
that you
made me
guys
learn
hate.
law?
You guys hate American values, though. I thought this country was about freedom and stuff, and it doesn't feel very free right now.
Sorry, you know what's your
And you're making this child
Stop.
Might I add that she just watched this 3 years ago while that state of Michigan kidnapped her sister.
Stop.
So
You don't mind giving me your name, do you?
injurious to my daughter.
Yeah. Been through hell and back.
Might I add that my sister has a domestic terrorism, or my wife has a domestic terrorism case against the state of Michigan because they conspired and kidnapped her kid while they held her for contempt of court and then dismissed all charges. There was no charges to even hold her while they kidnapped her kid, right?
I just want to dissolve this so I can go in here and get the food that I came here for.
Yeah,
Or
otherwise
I'm
we
gonna
just
bill
wasted a
your
4-hour
police
trip.
department.
And I'm going to bill the police department for my 4-hour trip.
They
all my
close
hours
at
here,
5.
and all of it.
We don't have a
live in
place to stay
Gabs.
out
I
here.
live in Gabs, just so you know, and I don't have a place to stay. So I'm going to be
It's in
coming
the
in.
middle of the
5 hours
state.
away.
It's like
It's in the
5
middle of
hours
the
away
state.
past Hawthorne. We came
So
to
I'm gonna
Carson
be
because it's
billing
the
you
only
guys?
place to get food.
I'm going to be billing you guys because I can't. I'm coming to get traveler's aid as soon as we're done, too.
Honestly, I think the police have let this go on now for too long. The driver isn't going to provide his license, so just arrest him already.
Because now I got to get all the way back to Gabs because I'm not going to get food, right? You still understand all this problem this made me?
That's
I'm
why
trying to
I'm
be a godly
upset,
man
so-
here, and it's hard. You know what I'm saying? And I pray for you guys. You know, I worry about you guys. There's so many nut jobs out here. And then you guys got these sovereign citizens to worry about too. You know what I mean?
He really didn't just say that, did he? Let's roll the video back.
And I pray for you guys. You know, I worry about you guys. There's so many nut jobs out here. And then you guys got these sovereign citizens to worry about too.
Yep, he really just said that. Well, here's a newsflash for you. The only nut jobs and sovereign citizens are the people in that car, which is you.
I feel like the police officers are the sovereign citizens because they're the ones enforcing corporate financial foreign law. Your corporate law is foreign to me. I'm not a corporation. You know, I don't know if you read this, but the emergency war powers courts enforce the sovereign will of a de facto war powers Congress while sitting in an enlarged concurrent court of equity in a modem merged legal system operating upon a legal fiction. The legal fiction is presumed that the fact that each individual private American national citizen of the United States of America was in contract with and enfranchised by the state of his or her natural birth, thereby altering his constitutional de jure private American national citizenship into a public federal U.S. citizenship.
What
Upon the
does
public
Ariel's number start with?
filing
Ariana
of a
979?
one-sided contract, and with this change in status allows and obligates the emergency war powers courts to dispose of his matter by federal or state in criminal or civil. Each court legitimately sits in a broad and modem consolidated court of simultaneous equity, implementing the statutes of an emergency war powers Congress.
Ariel.
That one-sided contract was public
Ariel, Jason, who is
documentation
this?
of a certificate of live birth,
Jason, get a hold of your mom. We're in
particularly
Carson
designed
City at the
after
fish
the
food
Roman
pantry
Catholic
surrounded by
certificate
cops
of
that
baptism.
will not let me
So
shut
John
my
the
door
Baptist
or
was
go
killed
inside and get
because
food.
the Pope had a monopoly on baptism.
You need to call
Did
your
you know
mom
that?
right now. We're at
And
the fish
he
food
wasn't
pantry
registering
in
with the
Carson
Pope
City
back
and tell
then,
her
so
to
that's
call
why
their
he was killed.
supervisor.
Okay, so fast forward to today.
Please.
Right now, I'm not in your computer. I don't have a social security number, so I'm not a corporation. So I don't have a birth certificate. All I have is a
If
delayed
you
birth
violate our
registration.
rights, you're taking
So-
that on you,
I
man.
understand when you guys both talk to me.
What I'm
The thing
trying to
is-
say is you're trying to force me to admit to being a corporate name that's not me. Well, right, but that's what they're trying to put.
The other officer was.
She's
She was trying to
trying-
force him to identify as the subject.
He's trying to put this name. He's trying to put this name in the computer and say that I'm that name. That's not me. That's a corporation. That
I'm made of flesh
corporation
and
is owned
blood,
by the
not
state of
letters.
Wisconsin, as you can see. And this CUSIP number down here at the bottom makes it a bond. Isn't it odd that it says American Banknote Company on here? Why are people worth money? Why is the government trading in birth certificates?
I think it's human
Collateralizing
trafficking. Sounds like human trafficking. I think
exactly
your
what it
corporation is
Did you
defunct,
know-
as a matter of fact.
You know what personage is? It's been carried in death penalty in international law for
So
over
I'm not even-
200 years.
am I allowed to get out of my
Personage is when I create a business in your name, and then you go to jail when
Hello?
my business does unlawful things. That's
Um,
exactly what this
we're
game
being
is that they're doing
surrounded
to
by
these
a bunch
people.
of
You
police
understand that,
officers in
right?
Carson City because
I didn't go
they
through
won't give us
all
a
of that.
reason
It's
why
a lot
we're
of
pulled
pages to
over.
read.
They're
It's kinda
not
You
letting me
guys
shut my
should, because
door.
if you put my name in the
They're,
computer and you try to ticket me and
won't let
take
us
me
go
to
into the
jail,
food pantry
and I
that
get
we
in
just
court
drove
and I
5
say, "Where'd
hours
you
to
get
get
that
to?"
name?" and they say, "From this
And
paperwork."
they're
It's all going to be
like,
thrown
they're
out
surrounding
because
us.
this says right in here that it's not to be taken into a foreign jurisdiction, and that's exactly what they're doing. Taking it to a foreign jurisdiction. And if you read in it, you failed to respond within the 90 days that I gave you when I served it to the Nevada Attorney General when I moved here 5 years ago. So you guys are already
We're at the
acquiesced.
fish food pantry in Carson
Huh?
City, and this rookie
Texas.
cop pulled us over and called backup, and they're surrounding my van,
Huh?
and they will not let me get out. They will not.
Not
let
when
my
things
brother
like this
get
are
out.
happening.
They
I'll tell you what,
like, got
Texas, the
forceful with
law
them,
enforcement
and they won't call their
is fluid on
supervisor,
this, and they're
and
very
we're
competent in it,
10
and they know that you are able to travel to church and to
Carson
market,
City.
and they don't conspire.
They're on
against it. But
YouTube
here,
right now.
You guys need a lot of training.
We're with Trent.
And I would be willing to work with you guys on this training. If you guys need somebody to help you, I would volunteer my time
Yes.
so that you guys I could save the life of another Mennonite or Amish man or Hooterite. I would love to.
Again, we don't want to hurt anybody. We want the most
I
peaceful
know.
resolve out of this.
If
I
that's
know
the
that,
case,
and
then
that's why
why
I'm
you
saying
won't
I'd
even
like
give
to
us a reason
volunteer.
why you pulled
Quiet.
us over?
That's not him. It's a different cop.
I didn't pull you guys over. So our supervisor's here. They'll come talk to you.
Yeah, I'd like you to tell him that I would like to even volunteer to help you guys train.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what the police want, a deranged lunatic sovereign citizen helping them train. That's exactly what they want.
We really appreciate that. The more education, the more power there is to makes us better officers.
Yeah, amen.
Can you please leave my family?
See kids over here.
Yeah, sheriff's department.
All right. Thank you.
It's a tough transition dealing with snow. Texas, it was hot. Nevada, lots of
Um,
snow.
You know,
I
that's
like
real
this
nice
song.
that you chose to talk about the weather right now when you're trying to extort us and harass us and threaten us with bodily harm by carrying weapons.
Travis, they're for my safety, sir.
What about my safety?
You're supposed to serve and protect. You're supposed to be protecting me. You're supposed to be guarding me from these guys trying to kill me.
Sir, we want the most
So
peaceful.
turn around, pull your gun, and protect me, please.
Or let us go and get what
Let
we're
us
gonna
go. How about letting us go?
Well, then go protect
Right
and serve
behind me.
somewhere else, because you ain't protecting
do.
me.
The woman cop keeps waving at her.
Well, maybe you could help affect the release of us because we're being detained unlawfully. Every stop is an arrest. There's no such thing as detention. There's no such thing as an investigative detention. It's all an arrest. Every time we're stopped, it's an arrest. And this happens to be an unlawful arrest. So every minute, every 25
Whereas
minutes
it
is
my
$28,000
understanding
bucks.
The statute is defined in legislated rule of society, which has been given the force of law, but not law.
It's the color of
Yeah,
law.
It's not law. It's a color of law. Just like that's colorable money in your pocket, but it's not money. Money in the Bill of Rights is what? The only legal tender in these United States is what, Mr. Stone? It says gold and silver right in the Bill of Rights. You don't even know that? How come you're a cop, man? You guys don't even know the law.
They won't let us get out to go into the
You
food
understand what I'm
pantry,
saying?
and
Like,
they're
you guys
gonna
need to spend
close
more
in,
time
like,
in the law library.
10 minutes.
I pray that you guys let me volunteer and take you guys to the law library.
We just drove 5 hours to
I
get
really
here.
do, because you guys need it. They're making you guys spend so many hours in the range, but they ain't making you do it in the law library. And this is why we're a police nation. And this is why more cops
won't even let us shut
kill
my door.
citizens. You know, and people wonder why citizens
they won't
turn their
even tell
guns
us
on
why we're
cops.
being pulled over.
But the problem is this. Okay, I wrote an article for the Sovereign Voice, which is a Native American magazine.
We're
And
gonna read that.
ITNJ.org, International Tribunal for
Oh,
Natural Justice.
the
That's
one
where I
guy wouldn't take his
volunteer.
hand off of it. The guy that pulled us
know,
over
but,
for no reason.
What I wrote is I said that the problem with the American law and the law
What?
enforcement
Where?
is not with our courts. The problem is with the stats
How can
and
how?
the promotions. The bad cop who brings in the most revenue and smashes windows and violates rights makes rank the most, right? You don't have to agree with me. I understand. They're going to punish you if you do. Okay, so don't say nothing.
Well,
but
they're already trying to mess
When
with
you
me
stand up
because they
and
keep asking me
voice
if you
against
live
those
in
quotas that
Wisconsin
you don't want to be a
and
revenue
they're
generator
trying
and you
to
don't want to be forced to
jail.
do that to your fellow brother, then they're going to punish you and put you on a beat guarding
Here.
some homeless shelter. You see what I'm saying? Just like they do in the Navy to the people that complain about stuff.
You hear me?
So I pray for you, brother. And I really do feel that I understand the forces are pushing down on your shoulders. And I pray that they don't make you do this to your own family. Because that would really hurt my heart.
I appreciate your support.
Right.
I really do. I mean, think about this as this was your family. You know, and you're here and forced to do this to your own
Yeah,
family.
we don't have the nice job. We don't have all the income. We're needing food. And you guys are preventing us from feeding ourselves.
And my daughter's crying back here.
Man, come
Like,
on,
I don't
man.
understand why you guys are doing this to us. Nobody's done anything wrong.
You can't even tell us what crime we committed.
It's just more tax dollars down the drain. I don't wish to step out of where I have safety.
Okay.
You're scary.
Nevada statutes. Yeah, you're scary. Can you step away and let me talk to the supervisor?
I'm right here. You can talk.
Well, I'd like to just hand these to you and.
Okay, so the supervisor.
Oh, so that you don't honor any constitution, any land recording filings.
Here's what's going to happen, sir. You're going
He
to go
looks
to
like
jail
he's about to
for
grab
driving
your
on
brother.
no registration, no insurance, and a revoked driver's license. We're going to pay you courtesy and leave the vehicle and not tow it. So you're.
I have a driver's license. I have insurance, and this is my vehicle or my automobile.
Present to a judge and see how that works out for you.
No, they're telling us that we have
Hi.
to go.
So hold on. So let me get this right.
No,
I'm
not
you
sure
are
what
you are
her
going
name
to
is,
jail.
but it's
Go
in
ahead and
step
step out.
They're saying
Yeah.
I'm going to
I don't want to yell over here.
Yeah. I don't want to yell.
Am I allowed to bring this paperwork with me so I'm allowed to show it to the judge, or is it going to go in my jail property and I'm not going to have it?
No, you can take it. It'll go in your jail property.
don't
and you
know,
can take
that's
it to
what
court.
they
Yeah, but then I won't be able to bring it to court, right?
I will talk to the jail, make sure you can take it to court.
my car.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't trust
Hey,
it.
Shannon, she's saying she wants you to produce your driver's license or something.
If you have a driver's license,
It's expired, but I have one.
oh,
If your driver's license is expired, you're not going to be allowed to drive the car out of there.
I'm never going to get
I'm
a
trying
driver's
to not
license
leave your
again.
family
I will
stranded.
never will. I have the right to
She has a
travel.
license, it's just expired. Will you let her pilot out of here and take my daughter home?
I don't believe in that.
I will let that happen.
Okay, they're going to let you
I'm not
leave,
going
Sharon.
anywhere without you. I would go right to the
Now, you
police
do
station.
realize that my wife's going to bill your county commissioner for hiring a
that's
logger,
fine. That's
a husband, every
That's
every
fine.
job
Why would
that
you
I
take
have
him to
fucking-
jail? I don't even understand
I haven't
that.
even
Like,
committed a crime. I don't understand why you're taking me to
leave my
jail.
family alone.
I'm not
No.
going to willingly go to jail. You're going to have to do it by force
No,
so that I know
Dad.
that it's
No,
not.
I
Gator.
really don't want to have to do this.
They're gonna
I'm not going to volunteer to go to jail.
Okay, well then we'll do what we need to do.
Dad, leave my
Then you're going to have to tow the vehicle and things are going to
What?
get worse. We're paying you a courtesy.
No, they're putting
I'm
him in
trying to
cuffs
not-
right now.
No, leave him
Stop!
alone.
Stop! Ariana, he's fine. Everything is going to be fine. Now stop. Everything's going to be fine. And how phone? She's not going to let him stay there. We'll go pick him up. All right, they're putting him in cuffs. Stop, Ariana. Right now. You better stop it. Now.
She might need it.
Yeah, they're sending another cop car.
I'm leaving everything out of my pockets.
I love you.
I love you.
I don't know what. This is just great. They arrested him.
You sold your soul.
That's what I'm telling
You
you.
sold your soul. I fought for this country in 2 wars.
Fish.
Hopefully they don't make you do this to your own family.
Well, Parents of the Year right there. I think the officers took way too long to arrest this guy, but in the end he ultimately did get arrested. The only person I feel bad for in this situation is the child. I would like to give a huge shout out, as always, to all of my channel members for your support. All of you are awesome. If you would like to become a channel member, you should see a join button, and I've left a link in the description. Memberships are only $2.99 a month. That's gonna do it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.